How you doing, Scotty Bear? Back with another video. This video about my reaction to El Paso, Texas, Juarez, Mexico. Both very interesting places. The first thing I will say is what brings me here is cost. I'm looking to lower my cost as much as possible during the pandemic, and I was looking at places like Rapid City, North Dakota, Tulsa, Tijuana, Mexico, Mexicali, and of course where I ended up, El Paso, Texas, have got to be some of the cheapest places in the United States to hang out. That's right, I'm a freelancer, so I don't really have to work in the economy. So, if I can find a cheap enough location to help my existence, through this bumpy pandemic, that's what I'm exactly looking to do. As you can see behind me, I am here in my motel room as I choke to death. Please call me an ambulance. But that's where I ended up, El Paso. I have a few reactions. I have just a teeny little bit of experience with El Paso, Juarez, Mexico, and Las Cruces. I got some advice from a pal. I should go down to Juarez. And so anyway, I went to Juarez and I was stopped at the border and they said, you don't want to go over there. And I was like, I don't want to go over there. Now, I am plenty familiar with Tijuana. Actually, I have been going to Tijuana for a very long time. Of course, there's been periods of my life where, I didn't go, but even being a high schooler and being able to go surfing south of the border, Rosarito, different places in Baja, even Ensenada. So, I mean, I've had a lot of exposure to Mexico. So, there is a lot of, eyebrow raising stories. I mean, right? And I know, some firsthand, absolutely. But Juarez is up a notch. Actually, some of the details are some of the things I know about is, Tijuana's got a full-blown war going on in the city. I mean, actually, I've seen heads hanging from bridges. That's a little shocking. But Juarez is supposedly this. I know this to be back closer to 2010, 2011, 11-ish, where there was a murder every 2 hours, maybe. Also, I believe they had murder rates upwards of 7,000 a year. And again, I'm only kind of looking back at some things. Now, my other exposure to, or, time I came to this area was for a poker game that I heard about in Albuquerque. And there was going down the line. Sorry, I don't believe this. I turn on a video and I just about die. But I played Omaha at the Mountain of Gods Casino, and then heard about a game that they play in a plaza over here in El Paso. It's a lot of, I don't know if cartel money per se, but there's a lot of money that flows through the game, and it's pretty juicy, that's for sure. Played in the game for just a day, actually, because I went on into San Antonio, Texas. But I am way down here, very close to Mexico. It's actually, I could look out my door and stage left is basically Mexico. And I want to go over there and check it out. I actually, from my apartment search in the area, has not turned up much, surprisingly. Like, I'm housing myself in a short-term rental situation, so I can pay rent, but I have not been able to land an apartment with good documentation, I might add. I mean, just like I got, SBA and other things, I have not been able to get an apartment, mostly because I do not have a job. So my backup plan to El Paso, Texas was I'll just dip over the border to Juarez, Mexico. I probably will buy some life insurance first. I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect. Uh, Mexico again doesn't shock me a whole lot. Tijuana is a pretty rough place. I it's hard to imagine. I watched this movie recently with Del Toro and about Juarez, just kind of Googling things about Juarez. Google says it's reasonably safe. Um, and also references the killings of the 2010 era, a street gang war, similar to Tijuana. This war over here, though, actually is um, related to El Chapo's, my homeboy El Chapo, free El Chapo, his gang. So that's also fun. There are a few places I'd like to see in Juarez. Also, a lot of people come to Juarez because I think it's got the biggest consulate, if I'm correct, something like that. So it is a hub too. Also, it's very good access to fly out of Juarez to Cancun also. So in a pinch, if worst comes to worst, I can fly from Juarez to Cancun, or actually even to um, what's that place called? Guadalajara. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Man, I just choked through the whole thing. I apologize. I hope it came out halfway decent, but I'm in reasonably good health other than that. Have a wonderful, January is over.